All right, I'm going to start with making columns here. Now there's lots of ways you can make and model this column, right? But I'm going to use the primitive polygon of gear. So I'm going to go to create polygon primitives and I'm going to go down to gear. So you can see there's more options here than are just on the shelf right up here, right? So I'm going to go to create polygon. I'm going to go down to gear and I'm going to actually open up its box with all the parameters, right? Now, what I want to do is make more sides, because there's a lot of sides. I don't know how many sides there are. There are probably more than 20 sides, but I'm going to stick with 20 here because this is my limit here, right? So that's going to give me 20 sides to the gear. In fact, before I even do this, I'll just create this just so you can see what this looks like, where it is like a gear, right? Where we have gears. Now, of course, it has 20 instead of 16, so that's what it is. So we're working on this, and this is what we want. So we want to continue to create this. So I'm going to go back up here, select gear, and I have 20, right? And then what I want to do is I want to go to the spacing. And with the spacing, I'm at 0.6. I'm going to actually have it at 1, and this means that they're going to actually touch each other, right? All the gears are going to touch each other to try and give us the way that those pillars look, which is what we're after. I am going to have the gear tips be sharp instead of flat like it is. It's more sharp. So I am going to go to the gear tip, which is right here, and I'm going to make it more sharp by doing a 0.15, right? And then finally, I'm going to have the gear offset, which is right up here, and this is how far the gears stick out, right? I'm going to have this actually sunken in a bit because I just want to give it a texture. So I'm going to do a 0.075 right here. And if I create this, as you can see, this is going to look kind of more like a pillar than what we had with the original, right? So this works. So if I pull this out, I can now go ahead and deal with scale and pull, well, I guess I probably want to do the Y and pull up. And as you can see, this is looking more and more like a pillar. And I can shrink this down so we can have a smaller pillar, which we want. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the snap tools up here next to make several of these things snap along these grid patterns so that I can align it nice and easy. And this is how I am going to make the pillar.